Hi, this is Pierre-Yves Delacote working at Planet Technologies. I wanted to demonstrate today a feature which is really useful, which is the Add Cloud Storage. And I don't think that a lot of people know how to leverage it. So I'm going to give you an example, which is pretty handy. Um, let's say that you have a HR environment on SharePoint and you have final files describing your some procedures, some information, final information from HR that they want to share with you. So usually you do that in a portal in a SharePoint environment. But what if you want people to ask questions on those files? So I guess usually you will send an email to some contact in the HR department and asking question about that document on or policy or whatever. Um, so basically, you're gonna use email to ask the question, and probably a question that have been asked already. So it's a lot of energy, it's a lot of time lost in communicating through email around documents, final documents. So why don't you do that in Teams? The problem in Teams is if you create an HR team where you put the documents, uh, let's say a Word document, then everybody has the right to change a Word document. If it's a PDF, then yeah, okay, it's protected, but you can delete the PDF document because every member have the same permission and they can delete the file. So that's not very good. So I'm going to show you that you can mix both approach. So you can have a website on SharePoint where you just have read-only access to everybody except the HR members, and you can have a Teams environment where you can invite anybody within the company and offer an environment where you can chat on information, on documents, on whatever subject that is in the HR, which is an HR topic. So you can benefit of a Teams environment without jeopardizing your documents by letting people delete them or modify them. So how do you do that? So I'm going to use here I have my team environment, and in my team environment I have a sandbox where I can test drive every new features. So it's pretty handy for me. So I'm going to show you from scratch. I'm going to create a new channel in my team. So let's call it HR. I'm going to say it's accessible to everyone. I could add a description. So let's create this channel. So here, what I can do is, as usual, I can organize files I'm gonna work on with my peers. But here there's no files. I want to work with other members of the of the enterprise. I just want to share final files, and I don't want people to modify them or delete them. So here there's a add cloud storage icon, so I can just add cloud storage, and I decide to add SharePoint storage. So then I just have to use the point where the documents are. So I can use the SharePoint URL of the document library. So I think I did it. No, I didn't. So I need to. And you see identify the SharePoint site. So I just select it and do next and choose the library I want to pinpoint in this environment. And then I just finish it and add the folder. And this is magic. Now I have a folder which is called Human Resources document. And I have all the subfolders, I have all the documents, I have Office document, I have PDF document, I even have videos. So as you can see, they're read-only. You see the little icon here? I cannot destroy them because they're coming from another site SharePoint site where I don't have access. I just have read-only access. So it's pretty powerful because now I can mix SharePoint site content within Teams without destroying the SharePoint site content in the team environment. And team environment will bring more collaboration, so I can ask questions about HR, I can ask an expert, I can see what were the questions before me with the post. I can ask questions. For example, I can say, okay, let's say I have a question on I don't know, on the benefits. So let's take this one. So again, start a conversation on the benefits here and ask I don't know, I don't have a inspiration here, but what is blah blah blah? And as you know now that when I chat on something, it's posted in the post tab. So everybody will be able to see the questions that have been asked on the document, which was initially, and it's still there, it's still in SharePoint environment. So I think that was a really powerful feature that I wanted to share, the add cloud storage, because not only you can add other cloud storage, like if you have a Box environment or Dropbox or Google Drive, whatever, but also, and I think that's what it's more useful to, and when you have a SharePoint environment where your documents are final and you want to share them so people can ask questions on those documents, but you don't want them to collaborate meaning you don't want them to modify the documents or delete the documents. So how do you do? So you take the best of both worlds. You still use SharePoint as a storage centerpiece of your final documents, where the HR will post final documents in their SharePoint environment, and you have Teams and you connect Teams through add cloud storage to your document library where your documents are stored, so people can ask questions on those documents. So that was the tip of the day, how to add a connection to a SharePoint site where documents are in read-only mode and you can still chat around those documents within Teams. Hope you enjoyed it. Just add comment as usual if you have questions or recommendation or other ideas. Thanks.